Welcome everybody to the first episode of Ways to Win, Planetary Annihilation. I'm Pelican Dude, and guess I just had the idea to make this series because there's not really very many tips and tricks episodes or series out there, I guess, for real-time strategy games, to be honest. Seems to be quite a few in other games, most noticeably first-person shooters, but in the RTS world, it seems like all we have are casts, which there's nothing wrong with that, and yeah, more casts. So with that being said, here we are with the first episode of Ways to Win. Okay, so since this is the first episode, I wanted it to be something a little fun. And since PA is still in alpha and I couldn't exactly start smashing some asteroids together, I decided to go with a personal favorite strategy of mine from Total Annihilation that still works in Planetary Annihilation. Now, this is, of course, massed Conairs. Now, mass Conairs are not always going to be really a viable strategy, and you can't really win directly with Conairs, but a mass of construction aircraft has huge amounts of build power, and it's a lot more versatile than the other construction units in the game. So, Conairs can be used to expand over water and really just any obstacle. They'll just ignore anything on the ground, which is very useful compared to, say, let's say you're playing on kind of a watery planet and you need to expand to an island. Well, if you want a lot of build power, then really Conairs is the only way to go, unless you just want to walk your commander underwater. Now, they move a lot faster than normal land units as well, which can be really useful in certain situations. Now, expand, and of course, they're used to expand, and of course, the faster your construction unit can move, then technically speaking, you can pretty much expand faster too, and expansion in Planetary Annihilation, like in most RTS games, is almost always necessary to win. So having a good way of expanding is always going to be a good thing. Also, a swarm of Conairs can be quickly used to throw up some scramble defense. So if you need to build some turrets really quickly, there's pretty much no way of doing it with construction vehicles unless they're right there. So with Conairs, you can just be like, oh crud, the enemy's coming at me. I can throw up some some defense towers on the side of my base, and it'll work nicely. So a swarm of 50 plus construction aircraft, I'd say, will be able to raise an entire base in about 2 or 3 minutes. Even advanced structures are not that much of a problem, assuming you have, a decent economy. Construction aircraft are also really useful for establishing a forward base near your enemies, and they can also be used for the purpose of, say, spamming out a bunch of air plants if your enemy is turtling and you need to commander snipe them, for instance. Not that you'd ever need to do that. That being said, every strategy has its weakness, and a couple of fighters can quickly decimate a whole busload of construction aircraft. So be sure to escort them unless your enemy is just completely ignoring air. Also, in games that don't drag on very long, or, a small planet, the construction aircraft swarm is probably not even going to be necessary. But if you do need to do something like this, or this, or this, then construction aircraft are pretty much your best bet. Alright, thank you for watching, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions, and I hope that you have a nice day.